Oh, we're on?
Yes.
Oh, well, you never count us in.
Nope.
Nope. Well, live from the tablecloth. This is a metal perspective show. I haven't said that in a while, have I?
You didn't say it last week, but you did the week before.
Did I say it the week before? I'm Pete. Pete.
Swift Jesus.
That's right. That's Swift Jesus over there.
I don't know how
I'm
you
not very
forget that.
swift. I got to point at him to cue him in. Hey. And you are Scummy McBag.
Well, sometimes you introduce other people. Sometimes you just go right into to a subject.
Oh, and this is Giuseppe?
It's the Invisible Man.
The Invisible Man. And talk to us about Latin metal. No, I'm just kidding. We're not talking about Latin metal today.
Actually, if you want to start off, you could. It's in the It's in the frame. You could talk about the shirts.
Oh, the shirts? What about the shirts? Well, it's a collection of shirts.
It's a collection of mostly band shirts.
Yeah, well, they're all retired. I don't wear them.
Yeah.
So I figured, and I didn't, mind you, the Skid Row and the Bon Jovi are not mine. That would be a fuck no negatory. Those are.
Yeah, they've got like the 3 Iron Maiden shirts right there.
We got a fuck ton of Iron Maiden shirts. AC/DC. We've got Bret the Hitman Hart, and I'm trying to remember what WrestleMania that was, but that was a WrestleMania shirt up there.
Old WrestleMania was awesome.
Yeah, yeah. So it was Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels and Kevin Nash or Diesel at the time versus Undertaker. So it was pretty cool. So tell me about Madonna. Madonna. You fucking crusty old bitch.
Madonna, who's like 60.
60?
Something like that.
Fuck, I thought she was 80.
Has recently been accused of child trafficking.
Child trafficking.
In Malawi,
nice.
Africa.
She can't do it here because,
because we have laws.
Hard to get away with it. We had, people, since the guy who hung himself.
David Carey?
No, David Carey, yes. He hung himself in a good way when we found that he was hung.
Epstein.
Yes, he fucking threw me off.
I know I did. It was awesome.
Since Epstein had help, hung himself, people are really looking deep into other people. So, obviously, you're going to sex traffic somewhere else. There are a bunch of scumbags out here.
Yeah.
I hear tell that, there are certain people I probably would get, sued or something. But it's just like third, fourth, fifth, sixth person information. And you can get a lot off of the internet on who does this sort of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But, so tell me about the sex trafficking and where was it again?
Malawi.
Not Maui, but Malawi.
Yes.
Maui. Can you imagine that shit? Fucking Hawaii.
Yeah. She is being accused of human trafficking and sexual exploitation or sexual exploiting children by a charity organization called the Ethiopian World Federation. And currently, right now, I'm reading this on The Source.
Dirt bag.
Yeah, I imagine the kids she has are just the ones she decided to keep.
Yeah, I could reuse you. That kind of shit.
So, Madonna adopted 4 small children from Malawi, a country located in Southeast Africa, in 2006.
Mm-hmm. What has she done with those kids?
The Material Girl founded a charity called Raising Malawi, a not-for-profit organization that seeks to support orphans and at-risk children through health and education programs.
Huh.
The group alleges that Madonna used her Malawian adopted son, David Banda, for sexual exploitation and social experiments. The petition cites the photo of David wearing women's clothes, makeup, and jewelry. The EWF also claims that Madonna made false statements that David's dad was absent when she applied for adoption.
So he wasn't absent,
Supposedly.
but he allowed her to adopt this kid. So I mean, number one, you don't have a say if you allow that shit. You know, I can say whatever I want. Hey, you were absent. Well, you're pretty much absent if you allow somebody to adopt your fucking kid.
Yeah.
It means you're not going to take care of your kid. So.
Except for in the situations of I can't take care of it. So, yeah.
I don't like people who fuck kids anyway.
No. Well,
there's a.
The sexual exploitation they're talking about is more of like she forced them to cross dress.
That's not really sexual exploitation. No. That's what you can call that sexual exploitation because a lot of fucking parents do that with their kids now.
Yep.
They're trying to turn them into trans and shit. Just because a girl wants to play baseball instead of fucking Barbies, and they may eventually grow out of it. There's fucking girls that like fucking hot rods and all kinds of shit. Hot rods. That's an old fucking word. Muscle cars, whatever. They like drag racing. And they also like cock. You got any fucking NHRA event and they're fucking plenty of women drivers that like dick.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen very many in transition. I've seen a bunch of transitioning people. Shit, we live out here in Florida. We live in California. You see that shit all over the place. Actually, what was fucking weird, I saw more of it in Virginia, Richmond, and
trafficking?
No, not trafficking. Trans and shit.
Oh, yeah.
A
lot more lesbians and
a lot more lesbians.
Gay people and trannies and
whatever. But
a lot of the LGBT fucking people.
Yeah, I don't do the alphabet very well. You're not going to get me to do that shit.
But apparently the Ethiopian World Federation has said that they believe there's something suspicious with how she adopted them.
So what are they after money?
I don't know.
Probably.
Most likely.
Fucking stupid.
It's one of those where she could be guilty, because a lot of those people are really monsters, or she could be completely innocent.
Yeah, well. You're right. A lot of those people really are monsters.
But again, you know me. I don't care if the world's ending. Innocent till proven guilty.
Yeah, true. But I'll tell you what, man, it would make it so much easier for people if the world was ending.
If we had a Mad Max situation, sure.
There'd be a lot of dead fucking kid fuckers.
Oh yeah, easy.
A lot of dead everybody. But anyway, Prince Harry scoffs at Elvis Presley's Graceland and suggests the interior designer was on acid. Well, when did Elvis die again? In the mid-70s?
76? 77?
77?
77.
Yeah, I'm going to say this once and I'll say this again. I appreciate British metal. I do. The British people, I am proud of you for Brexit. I'm proud of you for standing up to your government. But you need to start looking at other options and monarchy and shit. This guy's out of his fucking mind. He shouldn't be talking about anything. Anne watched the Netflix thing and she never, told me or whatever. She's probably afraid because I'd ridicule her. Can you watch that fucking Netflix shit? This guy's a fucking idiot. His wife's an idiot. And if I was a country and I wouldn't pay for this fucking kind of stupid shit. I mean, we gotta pay enough for senators and congressmen and ex-presidents. Why would you want to fucking pay for this douchebag?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be pretty cool when I was younger, but he's a pile of shit. So, whatever. Anyway, with that being said,
Well, a little bit more on Madonna, real quick.
on the what?
A little bit more on Madonna.
Madonna.
She is getting backlash for a photo shoot
Mm-hmm.
that she did that supposedly has references to a cult and shit like that.
Oh, yeah?
Madonna releases disturbing photo shoot with Vanity Fair featuring dead babies and references to the occult. Now, I didn't see any dead babies or any references to dead babies. However, what it was kind of a mockery on the Last Supper and shit. And she is Jesus.
Yeah, she's as far away from Jesus.
So, at the very least, it's a mockery of faith.
Yeah, well, no, she's what the fuck was that faith that she was doing?
Scientology? I don't know.
No, it wasn't Scientology, it was some fucking West Indies shit. Yeah, I don't remember, man.
Over there's Hinduism.
No. When I remember, I'll say something. If I don't, then, then I don't. Fuck it, I don't give a shit. But, I know Madonna lately, she's been in the fucking news. She was playing,
She's Catholic.
I thought she was something else. Yeah, Madonna was playing Pantera on a Gibson. Apparently.
Did she suck?
I don't know.
She's 64, by the way.
64. Yeah, plastic surgery has not paid off. I guess maybe it has, if this is what she looks like. Well, I mean, then again, if you think about it, she's probably like a 50-footer. You know, she looks fucking great at 50 feet. Well, that's all. Start calling people.
HFFA, hot from far away.
Yeah. No, she's good at 50 feet. She's a 50-footer. You know, that's what we'll start doing, you know.
As soon as you get an up-close look at her, she's like, her eyebrows are fucked up, her skin's too tight. It's all kinds of fucked up.
So, Madonna played Pantera's A New Level on a Gibson Les Paul for an entire tour. Huh. Okay, I don't give a shit. I really don't. She shouldn't be playing any kind of fucking Pantera. She's a fucking pile of shit. I know there's some metalheads out there that are, and that's your right, that's your perspective. That's all on you. But I think it's real fucking douchey. And in the same sense, I think it's real douchey to play some fucking 80s pop. I know Disturbed does that a lot. But real shitty pop songs and try to make them metal.
Well, you can't really consider Disturbed too heavy into the pop. Or at the very least.
Some Duran shit, didn't he?
Not that I know of.
And then Hello Pecker, my old friend. I've come to play with you again.
Well, Sound of Silence wasn't necessarily supposed to be metal. Wasn't supposed to be anything else. It was just their rendition.
No, see, and I'm not saying anything against it. I really appreciate it. They flexed his range, flexed his voice muscle, and that's another person that wasn't on the top 200 singers.
Yeah.
He's very good.
David Draymond should have been on there if a lot of those other people were on there.
Yeah, a lot of those other people were on there. I do, and not to mention Bruce Dickinson, but we won't discuss that. Bruce Dickinson and Draymond are far superior singers than fucking Ozzy Osbourne. Mm-hmm. And they weren't even on there.
Bruce Springsteen and all those fucking
gargling fucking Ozzy's balls.
Yeah.
Out open fucking mouth, just fucking lick them balls. Bulls.
Gargle the balls and lick the tape.
Gargle the balls. There are other news about other people and other things going on that, people getting contracts for certain things. I don't want to mention names. I don't care. I used to listen to a lot of people, but I do listen to these people, and I think it's best if nobody knows what's going on. Everybody's already picked a fucking side. I picked a side too. You know, I picked the side of free speech always.
Yeah.
Um, it doesn't matter who it is. I don't give a shit who it is.
Yeah. No matter the opinion, no matter the walk of life, doesn't matter.
But I picked the side of free speech, and any business that wants to stifle anybody from talking, and I think fuck you, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you again. There are other ways of making money. I'm not. I don't know anything about any contracts, or they call it. They keep saying it's not a contract. It's a fucking whatever it is.
It's a piece of paper with your name signed on it.
It's a piece of paper. It's a list of certain things. Well, it becomes a contract when you sign your fucking name.
Mm-hmm.
That is what they're looking at, and it's going to end up being a contract. Everybody's mincing fucking words, man.
I could write up a contract for all
Right.
intents and purposes, not call it a contract, but guess what? That person signs it, it's a contract.
It's a contract.
It is a legally binding agreement.
But people are so pissy and so upset. This is just a big advertisement for a show or this or that or what have you. With what's going on, and this is vicious, this is disgusting. If I'm going to come out and I'm going to say, I think this is bullshit. I think this is a violation of free speech. This isn't just one company, whatever. And then the company comes out and says what they say, and they out themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking started it.
Yeah.
You didn't, I know somebody was voicing and airing a grievance, and then you came out and said,
without
you're not,
without using names.
It's not my fault.
Yeah.
This is what's going on. This is how it's presented, and you've got to present it in a fucking light that, oh my God, we're saints here. No, you're not saints. I saw. We're looking at the contract. He doesn't. People don't get merchandise. People get docked, cash, and number one, everybody's in it to win it. Everybody, whether it's in. The other thing is, if you're not out there to make some money for your employees, then what the fuck are you doing in business? You got to, seriously.
Yeah.
Number two, if your platform is free speech and being able to say what you want to say, why would you compromise that? I mean, people compromise enough to go on YouTube and some of these other sources. It's just, that's enough of a compromise. But to turn around and totally compromise where you're not, your show has no fucking content, and you gotta put little fucking black stickers over your fucking, over everything. You can't call Milky Way, you call it the Galaxy Bar or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Or COVID, I'll call it COVID-19, the fucking, what do they call it? The disease or the whatever, or the shot. The pandemic, or they have their cute little fucking names because they're afraid they're going to get demonetized or whatever. I don't give a fuck. And, we'll put this on YouTube, and this show will probably be branded as COVID misinformation, even though I'm not even talking about the fucking,
just said
the pandemic.
Just said the word, yeah.
It's just because I said the word, and somebody will try to fact check.
But here's the fucked up part with YouTube now, and Twitch is going this way as well, unfortunately.
Yeah, they keep changing the fucking rules in the middle of the game.
And they're losing money on it, but they keep doubling down. But YouTube now has such vague rules.
Yeah. That they can strike it any fucking time.
Even if people, like, let's say nobody even touched anything near a rule break, just because a person doesn't like that, some worker at YouTube doesn't like this person, they'll ban them. Just for no fucking reason. It happens all the time, and not just with political stuff, but with frickin' gaming channels or a reviewer or whatever.
Right.
The
That just gets ridiculous.
the music review channels
Yeah.
are getting copyright struck constantly.
Oh, we do all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad we got permission to play a few of the things. Did we get copyright struck on those? Hell no, because we would have had a fucking problem. You know, because we had permission. We fucking talked to these guys. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey. So.
But and we followed the rules like to the letter.
Yeah, and they keep changing.
And we
rules.
Still got fucking fucked over on it.
All I'm saying is, I wish Elon would hurry up with Twitter.
Yeah.
And make it the long platform, so we can do our shit there. We're gonna go to Rumble, which
Yeah, I gotta figure that out.
We'll figure that out. We'll get on there. It's just we'll stream to multiple platforms. I do not give a fuck if the YouTube takes us off or not, or leaves us on. I really don't. This is a dying platform. It's dying.
If they keep doing this shit, yeah.
If they keep doing this shit, it's dying because Rumble's going to take over and so is Twitter.
The only thing YouTube has going for it is ease of use.
Now, from my understanding, Rumble's fucking real easy to use, too. The problem is they own your shit.
Yeah.
But you can advertise on there, left and right, but they own your shit. I don't like that. That's a pretty fucking shitty way of doing business, too. Mm-hmm. But I want to see Twitter fucking open up, do a long platform. Then hopefully they do it to where we're going to change everything. You can monetize yourself. You can fucking advertise, whatever. That would be awesome. I'd like to see people make money. I want to see everybody on this fucking planet make as much money as they fucking possibly can. And if fucking $50 million tickles your balls, that's all and good, but you got to understand what the overhead is,
and for those of you who don't know, what overhead is your cost of
running a show,
running it.
Now, if it was $50 million and it was one fucking person,
yeah,
say somebody wants to pay me $100,000 to do this show,
mm-hmm.
and I got to pay you. Say I pay you a decent salary, about $45,000 to $50,000 a year. That's half my money right there.
Yep.
And then I've got power, I've got content, I got time. There are things I spend money on, and a lot of people who who aren't monetized, who buy all this shit. It costs money, and it costs money to run it. And it costs money to have employees. So, if you think it's all great and grand, and then when they start nickel and diming you, say, okay, well, out of that $100,000, I'm going to take 20% because YouTube's not going to monetize you anymore. Or 25%, was it? Something. We'll go with 20%.
Yeah, it was like 25%.
That's fucking $80,000 left. And then another 20% if iTunes doesn't pick you up, and another,
It was 25% if you got demonetized, 20% per hard strike.
Right. So and if we're already hard struck and demonetized or whatever, you're already coming in losing. Mm-hmm.
Because then by the time your overhead comes, there's nothing left.
Yeah, you are in the hole, so you're doing the show
at a loss.
out of loss, out of your pocket.
Yeah, not even for free. It's just straight up lost.
And then to turn around and say, oh, we got Metal Perspective shirts that they own that I'm not making any fucking money on. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah. But my thing is for all you content creators out there, and just shut the fuck up about the whole thing. You don't have a dog in the fight, unless you have a contract or you've been there or not been there or whatever.
Unless you've actually been in that situation.
Unless you've been in that situation. A lot of you motherfuckers like to gargle the balls of the hierarchy, and gargle those balls. Nobody's gonna fucking put you down for it. Just suck away on that big fucking fat big tech dick. Just suck the shit out of that thing. And do what you need to do. Stay clean, stay whatever. This is the reason why people like Burke and Crowder get kicked off of shit because they say what they feel and they you know what it is.
That's why
It is what it is.
Banned on a bunch of different platforms
And the other thing is what pisses me off about the whole thing, all this conservative movement shit, and right down to even the left and the right. It doesn't matter. You motherfuckers eat your own. It's a fucking shame. It is a fucking shame.
And that was the thing. A lot of people live by "Don't start, none won't be none."
Right.
Somebody else started it. It was finished by the other person.
People could say, "Oh, well, Crowder started it. He read the contract." But if you were talking shit on somebody, and that person were to stay silent, everybody else would speculate on. Well, it sounds like this person, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to cast aspersions at this guy. I'm going to speculate it could be this guy, or it could be this guy, or it could be this, but it sounds like this guy, but nobody's gonna have enough balls to say, hey, it's this motherfucker, because like, hey, who the fuck do you think you are? I'm not the fucking guy, and you could be wrong. But no, when you're going, this guy likes to suck a dirty asshole. He likes, like especially after chicks take a poo, he likes to lick them clean, and like. And then the guy out of the crowd goes, no, I don't. I'm like, why the fuck would you say anything?
Yeah.
It's just stupid. They didn't have to say anything. They felt that like they had to respond. And number two, or number three.
Not only did they respond, but they did it disrespectful.
Yeah, they ran down the contract. Yes, it's $50 million. Like $50 million means shit nowadays.
Yeah.
Take a look around.
Especially for a show that big.
Yeah, our money, we have, that $50 million might as well be $30 fucking million. That money ain't worth shit now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't worth shit. It ain't. I'm using the word ain't. Yeah, the money ain't worth shit. So, yeah, they eat your own shit. That's disgusting. Certain people are upset because they're directly connected, but there are other people who are directly connected that have bowed out of saying anything, which is the smart thing to do.
Yeah.
You never attack. He didn't attack anybody. He just said, hey, this is fucking unfair. I don't think this is right. I thought highly of these people. I figured, we're going to catch a break.
Yeah.
And then what I love the fact is, and I'm going to say this for everybody to understand this and be clear. You call anybody, you call a hospital, you call the power department, you call the city hall, you call anybody. You fucking idiots, you're being recorded.
You go into a business meeting with someone from another company,
you're being recorded.
You're going to be recorded.
And to turn around and say, oh man, we've been friends for 10 years. I've worked with people for 10 years. My boss, co-workers, ask me how I'm doing. Oh, hey man. Oh, hey, and you get the, what the boss bought the kids for Christmas or what they got their kids for birthday, and then they ask, oh yeah, you took the day off. Yeah, how was your son's birthday? How was your son's this or how was your surgery? And they get personal. That's your fucking boss. They're not your best friend. I thought we were friends. I'm hurt. I thought we were friends. No, we're not fucking friends, man. I work with you. We're business associates, and especially if you're offering somebody a job.
Yeah. Business is business.
If business is business, motherfucker.
No,
so if that gets your goat that he was recording a fucking friend, or if you record a friend.
And that doesn't come into just because business is business, we're not saying stab each other in the back because.
No, but that's what business does. That's what they're out there to do. They're out there to give you.
Yeah, I'm just getting at that. Just because business is business doesn't mean you have to do horrendous shit. Recording somebody isn't horrendous. That's protecting your ass.
Well, see,
that's what businesses do.
I'm gonna put it in a real nasty way. Your kids shouldn't be watching this show anyway. Business is a crusty old dude with a big old dick. Yeah, it's gonna be fucking sexier. How you could put it is, this dude comes in and says, "I'm gonna give you $10, suck this big ass dick," and you're like, "Well, I need the money, but how about you give me $50 and I'll get the tip?" You know,
Yeah.
and that's what business is. I mean, business is nothing more than, they're paying you to do something for them, and you're trying to get as much money as you can. Nobody goes into a fucking job. I mean, shame on you if you do. You don't go into a job and take the first offer unless it's blowing you out and blowing your socks off. And then you're like, fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
You know? But nobody goes in there and says, I'm gonna do some programming, or I'm gonna go work on your airplane, or I'm gonna do this. And the boss goes, okay, I'm gonna give you $10 an hour. You'd be like, oh, what the fuck, man? But for that $10 an hour, if you say the F word once, I'm gonna dock you $1 an hour for the day.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah.
You know? You can't, yeah. So you're trying to get a job, you're trying to make as much money as you can. Yeah, I'm trying to make as much money as I can.
And they're trying to get the most performance out of the employee.
So, and you know that, you have a good performer on your hands, and you're trying to get the best deal for you.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's trying to get the best deal for him. So anybody who finds fault in that, shame on you. You're not a fucking capitalist.
No,
and capitalism works two ways.
Well,
and that's what a lot of fucking people don't understand.
But here's the thing: is that capitalism is when capitalism is going too far. When you're trying to undercut everybody, like essentially you're saying, hey, you bring in, let's say, $1 million a year for the company, but you did this, and this throughout the year. I'm going to dock it 80%. You take 80% of that.
Yeah, and take 80% of your money, but yet you've pulled in a massive fucking profit.
Yeah.
Still.
That's when capitalism has turned in way too far.
Well, you do that with mechanics too. It's like, if I was a mechanic, if I brought customers with me, and I never did. I was like, I didn't care enough because I wasn't gonna make anything extra. It's like, hey, I got a list of people that I can call to come in to do whatever, but that wouldn't have gotten me any bonuses or anything like that, so I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So why would I want to put that kind of effort out? It'd be like subscriptions. It's like, hey, that's a guaranteed fucking oil change every 3 fucking months.
Because they want me to do it.
Guaranteed this, a guaranteed that. And you're talking a few $1,000s, and that's just with services and shit. But I'm not going to make anything, extra for doing that. So it's like you deal with your customer base and whatever. But when you're dealing with somebody that's bringing extra, then why not pay them?
Yeah.
Anyway, with that being said, it's a damn shame. It's disgusting. I think it's really disgusting that everybody's eating their own. And I thought highly, and this is the reason why I'm not concerned. I'm more in the middle. I'm a Constitution guy.
Well, because you think highly of people on both sides.
I do think highly of people. Well, the problem is one side's too far
one way.
That way.
Yeah.
And this side is kind of starting to fucking dwell a little too far that way. But I appreciate, and I wish some of these Democrats that are, we're getting politicky. Some of these Democrats were center left, that left and went to become Republican, were center left and stayed in the party. It doesn't help anybody that you had to run. I know it's a Ronald Reagan thing where the Democrat Party didn't leave me, or I didn't leave it, and the Democrat Party left me. I get that.
Which was a true situation. It went too far one way for him, and he's like, we can't have this.
Right. And it's getting disgusting. But the eat your own thing is really troublesome, and I thought for sure. I mean, you saw a little bit of that on the right, but never to the extent of what we've been seeing this week. It's fucking disgusting.
It happened every now and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, guess what? All these people are, within the blink of an eye, people that were cult friends are telling people to go fuck themselves.
The fuck up.
Yeah.
You know, you have an opinion. I don't have a dog in a fight, so it's you know, this is all my perspective on. Hey.
Hi.
So yeah, I just don't have a dog in a fight, but I don't give a shit. But I just think it's disgusting. People that them eating their own.
Yeah,
that's what it is. So, anything else left in the fucking news today besides motorcycles? I look at too many fucking motorcycles. Well, who the fuck? And this is what pisses me off about motorcycles. They got rid of the fucking 600 class. Well, they can get rid of the 600 class. There are some 600s out there, but they're all, hey, I want the ZX3 or the ZX4. I go, what are you, a bunch of bitches? I go, what the fuck? Who the fuck is riding a 400cc motorcycle?
I don't think we would fit on them anymore, would we?
No, they're full-size bikes. They're the size of 600s, but they're 400s and shit.
Well, I'm a little fatter than you. I don't think it would get me around the block, bud.
Well,
they got... Yeah. It's a fucking joke. I remember the 250 fucking Ninjas when I was in high school. They were a joke.
Sorry.
I was just gonna bring up something Kerry King said.
Okay. Kerry King?
I didn't know if you had anything else to say. Kerry King says, Dave Mustaine with Metallica was way more extreme than what I thought metal was or could be.
It's true. So. It was, Dave Mustaine was,
I would say Metallica in general, at least with the earlier stuff, was harder than all. It was thrashy. It was a
really
whole nother...
Well, then again, you got to think about that. After 2 albums, Dave Mustaine was out.
Yeah.
And they kept it, and then by the time after Injustice for All, it was shit.
Yeah. And then there was heavier shit going on.
Yeah.
Better.
But, oh my God, Buzz Aldrin married the longtime love of his life on his 93rd birthday. How in the fuck can that be the love of his life? Dude, we need to start getting fucking... We need to learn how to put fucking pictures on here.
I'm sure his ex-wives are so happy about that.
She's got to be... She's fucking younger than I am. Holy fucking shit. The love of my life. I've been waiting for you. I've been waiting for you to turn 16. It's starting to sound like fucking... Or 18. It's starting to sound like Kiss. Fucking Christine 16. Fucking child molesting motherfuckers, man. I cannot fucking believe that still gets play on the fucking radio.
How's that a long-time love of his wife?
Love of his life?
Love of his life, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, how's that possible? He's been married 3 times before, and his last wife was like... He was married to her until like 2012.
I know what it is.
It's dementia.
No. Well,
he thinks it's his whole life.
It was not cool when he was staring at her on her like fucking 5th and 6th fucking birthday. So he had to wait. I fucking loved you forever since you were in.
This says that lady's 63 years old.
Well, she looks pretty good for 63.
Yeah.
So still
30 years difference.
30 years difference. She could do better.
I mean,
Buzz Aldrin, man. I mean, this guy's
He was up in fucking.
I doubt at 93 he's got any.
He was.
For the...
He's coming dust, man.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like, Like you turn on an old vacuum cleaner and fucking out comes the dust from that. Yeah. Yeah. Charlie Benante to miss the next few shows on Anthrax tour of Black Label Society. Temporary replacement announced. And that temporary replacement is... Derek Roddy. Hate Eternal, Nile, Malevolent, Creation, Divine Empire, Council of the Fallen, Today's the Day, and Traumedy. He's basically a fucking hired gun.
Yeah.
He's being replaced by a hired gun. Which is fine. A lot of hired guns are really fucking good anyway.
His new wife was 10 years old when he was going up into space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably when he first met her. I really like your daughter. How old is she now? Mm-hmm. I'll bet she had fucking birthday presents forever from that dude.
Did you guys talk about the Megadeth thing in Japan?
Megadeth in Japan?
Marty Friedman,
Mm-mm.
their old guitarist from 23 years ago or whatever like that. He's going to be joining them back in Japan to be on there.
Nice.
On that
Nice.
Japanese tour. So.
Yeah, that's gonna.
That should be exciting to have them all back together like that.
Yeah.
Pantera and Lamb of God announce a North American tour.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, fucking. Yeah, I want to see fucking Pantera.
Is that are they going to start off with the rock thing down here in Florida?
I don't think they're starting here.
They've already started, but they are going to be here.
Yeah, they will be here, but I don't think they.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Holy shit! 2023 at 5:20 Daytona, Florida.
Oh, I guess they are starting here. Huh. See, he's right.
Yeah.
He's right. So,
Rockville. They're starting with Rockville.
Yeah, they're starting at Rockville.
Okay, so that's fucking awesome. I got to go to that.
Then at 6:13 they go to Cadott, Wisconsin. I think that is. Then Mansfield, Ohio.
And they're touring with Lamb of God, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I guess
That'd be
Margot
a good
Robbie-
concert, even if you don't go to see him at the Rock. You can go
Rockville,
and
yeah.
See if you go and see him in regular concert, that'd be a really good concert.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
I think you lose something at the big festivals and shit.
Right.
Because you're not getting a lot of what they normally do. We saw Sabaton like that.
Right.
And they didn't have all the elaborate sets and shit.
Yeah.
It was like they're trying to get off stage fast enough to let the other people play. Yeah, it's just, it's fun. But I still do like the festivals because you get to hear and see a lot.
Right.
It's like sampling a lot of music.
Yeah.
Which is pretty
Well,
cool.
you get to see things. Yeah, like you get to see a lot of things you didn't notice. I mean, because a lot of these people you're not even gonna be able to see them on whatever you listen to. If you listen to them about the music or whatever.
Oh yeah.
They're not necessarily, even though they're in the same genre of the stuff you listen to. They're probably not popular enough to make it, but if they can make it to one of these, I mean, it's pretty neat. The first time I saw Sepultura was at a Pantera prom concert in Irvine.
Oh yeah, you were
know?
just telling us about
Yeah,
that.
and to be able to, I mean, Sepultura wasn't anything back then. No one knew who they were, but they came out and got to, be the front runners in front of Prong, and then after Prong goes out, Pantera comes on. I mean, that was a great concert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the first time I'd ever heard of Sepultura. I didn't know they were going to be any good, and,
Sepultura's good.
Yeah.
That's why we like Iron Maiden so much, because they like to bring in little guys.
Little guys and give them an opportunity.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
That's when Ghost. I don't know if you've ever heard of Ghost.
Yeah, I know Ghost is.
They got a lot of their popularity after they went on tour with Iron Maiden. Yeah, this concert or their tour goes to a lot of states.
Yeah.
Fucking New Jersey, New York, California,
They're gonna
Colorado,
be pumping it out.
like everywhere.
So yeah, Ugly Kid Joe announces a tour. Yep, that was 3 days ago. Ugly Kid Joe, ladies and gentlemen. I hate everything about you. That's Ugly Kid Joe, right?
That's 3 Days Grace.
No. Everything about you. No.
Oh, that I don't know. No.
Yeah. Fuck, I haven't fucking. It's been a while. They were kind of a hair metal-y kind of deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Ugly Kid Joe. So what else is coming out? And I know a lot of shit's coming out.
Milkman's Son, Neighbor. Yeah, I know this band.
Yeah, you know that band. Metallica's auctioning out their Flying M guitar for charity, which is very nice. I'm surprised Lars doesn't hold on to a few bucks from that motherfucker. Jeez, that son of a bitch. Fit for an autopsy is Joe Baldado exit deathcore supergroup. The Big Six. Oh well, good enough. So, Ethos streams I Am the Void announces a new album. Entheos streams I Am the Void. So Entheos is getting has a new album coming out, or they're working on a new album apparently.
So the Who, HU.
The Who.
They
the Mongolian band.
Yes, the Mongolian metal band. They filmed a video in the Mongolian embassy in, I want to say Australia, but I don't think it was Australia. But they literally just filmed a video in a Mongolian embassy.
That's fucking cool. I love the Who, man. You know that. I fucking love the fucking Who.
So, I don't know if you've ever heard of
both
them.
the Who's.
They're a Mongolian.
I don't know the new one. No.
They're Mongolian tribal metal.
The old Who.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mongolian tribal metal.
Nice.
It's actually really cool.
Yeah, the Mongolian. You gotta. Yeah. So Black Dahlia Murder announces North American tour.
Cool.
System Down's Toxicity is a short acoustic song. Is Wild. Okay. I'm just reading the news and I'm just gonna get on some shit that I'm interested in or that sounds interesting. Well, I actually want to announce the tours. Gojira, Macedon, and Lorna Shore announced your North American tour. Clutch announced. See, this is what I was talking about. A lot of fucking tour news. Clutch announces a North American tour. Anthrax is hoping to start recording their new album this spring.
Wow.
Why wait? No, they're out. They're touring right now, so it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to do that.
It's hard to fucking do anything. But what I would do, I think would be fucking cool. I wish I was talented enough. I'd like to fucking record while on the fucking road. I'd like shit, you know, because there are things that you think and talk about, and like even doing this fucking show. Good enough. Hey man, let's fucking record something right fucking now. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be able to go into a trailer.
Yeah.
There was a recording studio and just be able to sit down with all the stuff in there and just
like I gotta
bang one out.
Yeah.
I got an idea. I want you to do this and just knock it out real quick.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think the raw shit is the best.
Mm-hmm.
You know, raw but produced well. You know, it's kind of hard to call it raw, but like not overly done. Like 5,000 takes.
Well, some of Dio's best songs were from his concerts.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's absolutely true.
Yeah. Danzig announces Elvis cover show for February.
It's interesting.
No.
So this German metal festival doesn't allow any backtracks or backing tracks. So no music in the background for any kind of any help, nothing. It's called the No Playback Festival.
It's, you know, a lot of people don't do well, I don't know.
Backing tracks being used live have caused a bit of a stir over the past year because people like to use them to lip sync and shit like that. And Edsel Dope and John Petrucci, I hate this guy's name, Petrucci, don't really see the issue with them depending on what the artist is doing. Deftones keyboardist Frank Delgado prefers not to use them. Then there was a whole ordeal with Falling in Reverse canceling a show due to their laptops failing.
Huh. Oh well.
So it's basically I'm getting the nut up or shut up kind of thing here.
Yeah.
If you're gonna play, you're doing it without a backtrack.
See, I like that anyway. I mean,
well, because you get to the point where are these guys even musicians anymore?
Yeah.
All they're doing is getting on stage and screaming at you. Like, I want someone that's so intense into the music Like if I'm going to listen to you and you're going to be hardcore enough to be able to sing and play that guitar at that speed and that intensity, then I respect that. Like that's something that I want to go see. I want to go see you sweating your balls off, getting all nasty, getting all shitty, and enjoying yourself. And I want to enjoy that. I don't want to see some guy up there, maybe he's strumming, maybe he's not strumming, you know. Yeah, the drummer's smacking drums around, but is he actually playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I really like it when you go to a concert and you can see. That's why I kind of like the small venues even more, where you can be in. It's a true experience at that point where they're actually being musicians. They're actually being artists, and they're actually being intense, and they have a greater intensity when they're doing that.
Yeah.
But see, that's why we love going to Iron Maiden concerts, because even if it's not a small venue,
right,
they're just going nuts. And they don't ever do any of the backtrack stuff, although they might have some like ominous music or anything like, or some extra on top of it.
No, that's how, you know, they're trying to give you an album experience. So
yeah,
you're going to have,
but
you know, like if you have the intro, like you hear the fucking planes.
Yeah. But it's not like they're doing like, oh, there's a guitar solo and a backtrack, and it's like, it's like, no, they're really playing everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there's 60-something doing it, and it's like, holy shit.
I think the thing is the amount of money that they're charging you to get into these venues anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I want the real experience from it.
Right.
If I have to pay, if you really want me to pay that much money, then it better be a righteous experience.
Yeah.
Well, like with Maiden and a few of the others, are like they keep their ticket prices down. They're like the last one was like $40 for tickets.
Right, exactly.
The problem is
and that's Iron Maiden
it
eating
was
the cost.
$80 fucking dollars a ticket because of like
The
fucking
fees and
the fees.
Yeah.
Because Ticketmaster sucks.
Ticketmaster and all these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, the artists and get they're just getting $35, $40. They're not even getting that.
right.
And then you're feeing the shit out of everything,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. And then you got to go in and buy,
$40
fucking $18
t-shirt,
fucking
whatever.
beer.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. Because and the band's not making any money off of that.
No.
You know, those $18 for the $4 beer is all of that's going to someone else. You know?
I just that's what was ridiculous. I walked in there, bought a beer. I'm well, that's a fucking case of fucking beer right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Of
Because
this
that's
beer.
the price of that beer. Oh, hey, but it's 20 ounces.
Yeah.
Well, that's the price of a case of beer, dude. That's
yeah.
not even 2 cans of fucking beer in there.
Right. Right.
You know. So Alice Cooper announces U.S. tour dates this spring.
I didn't even know Alice Cooper was still going.
Yeah, he's still going. I'm
His
kind of
face
surprised
doesn't
he's
look
not
like
a
he's still alive.
Vegas act yet. Suicide Silence. What the fuck? I don't know where that came from. Streams Altar of Self video reveals a release date for the new album. For a new album. So.
Nice.
Yep.
Boom. God, you got me yawning now, you bastard.
Alright. Oh, son. Creator, Sepultura, Death Angel, and Spirit World announced more North American tour.
Nice.
Sepultura.
Charlie Benante to sit out Anthrax's
said
next
that, remember?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying
Where the
attention.
fuck were you? You were sitting right there. I seem to remember you sitting right there when I said that.
He wasn't paying
and I
attention.
even
Nope.
named the guy's name. What the fuck is his name? Robbie something?
I was reading shit.
Yeah. See, when I read shit like this, I still pay attention to the fucking peanut gallery.
How many farewell shows or times have Anthrax broken up? I swear it's been quite a few times.
I don't think Anthrax really breaks up. I think people come and people go.
Yeah, I'm not sure that.
It's
like,
not like
we're
Motley
over.
Crue where,
They're just kinda
hey,
like, I'm not gonna do
honest, this is the last tour, and people are fucking stupid. I gotta buy my tickets. I gotta get in there and see them before they go. It's stupid. But Anthrax, I don't think,
I thought Anthrax had a couple of farewell. I might be thinking of someone else then.
When Donald Tardy on Obituary's new album having the fastest song ever. What the
Ever.
hell am I thinking at my age? That new Obituary album was pretty fucking good. We already reviewed that last week. Was it last week or the week before?
Last week.
Last week. Rick Rubin says his lack of experience helped create Slayer's Rain and Blood. Oh, fucking good one. Rain and Blood. From a lacerated ass. Oh. It's not the lyrics.
Two monsters of heavy metal come to Syracuse for a concert.
So, who are these monsters?
Mastodon and Gojira. I don't know if I consider them monsters.
Well,
but
I mean, one's Godzilla and one's a Mastodon. I mean,
So,
shit,
they are kind of monsters.
They are
Yeah.
kind of monsters.
By
yeah.
name only.
Fucking Ace Frehley. You can rent Ace Frehley's old house on Airbnb and live like the spaceman did.
That's awesome.
Fucking stupid.
Come on. Take a couple of dogs with you. It'd be awesome.
And this is a Pearls of Wisdom here. Oh, hey. I thought you were the dog. I'm all looking down. Okay, Belle, get your ass down in here. Godsmack's drummer isn't sure Metallica's new single would be as popular if it wasn't them. He's got a fucking point.
he's completely
He
right.
does have a
But
point.
have you heard it?
No, but everything but Hardwired, you know, the last album that I like most of, or I wouldn't say most of, half of.
Sucked.
Every other album sucked. So, and if they're going back to playing the shit the way they used to play, yeah, they wouldn't be anywhere. And you're on camera dancing.
No, she's not.
Oh no, I didn't think so. 'Cause
Just out of frame.
It does, no, that camera fucking gets wide.
Yeah, so like you see that football?
Yeah.
I get that the entirety of that football, but just barely.
So I get nothing. I'm good.
No,
No,
you're
not.
barely.
You're
yeah,
you're close enough to the table
had a
where you're not
titty
getting caught. Probably.
in frame.
I wasn't paying attention at the moment.
And everybody was like, "Is he gonna lick that thing?" No.
Oh, I gotta go.
Tits out.
Too much.
Well, we're almost done
Poor
anyway.
Dicks out for like
That was
yesterday.
just this last
Passes
couple
out.
of days.
Jeez
Yeah.
Louise.
Nice pass you got there, buddy.
I like to rock out with my cock out sometimes.
Your daughter's sick.
Oh, is that why she didn't go to
She's
work?
got a cold.
She's got a cold.
That's what she's telling everyone.
She's coughing and stuff. I just gave her a COVID
What a
test.
fucking
I'm like,
pissy. A COVID test.
well, yeah, because she's around so many people.
Yeah.
Why would you give the COVID test?
Well, you know what? I'm glad
You
we're
just
hearing
keep it
all
a
this
secret.
shit, ladies and gentlemen. Talking
Come on,
about my
wait.
daughter.
Conway, Twitty.
Conway.
So
Fuck. I have a Conway Twitty album. Thank you very much for that Christmas
yeah,
present
Jesse
from
did
last
it.
year.
That's
You ever
beautiful.
watch American Dad?
Yeah.
And it's Conway Twitty album.
Yeah.
He's like, oh,
Family
we went
Guy.
to- Family Guy. We went to Cracker Barrel and Conway Twitty's
Twitty
CD
album
was
was
there.
there?
And we're like,
And I looked at her. I go, hey, I'm getting this for Dad.
I'm like, oh yeah.
And so I waited until just by Christmas when we went to Cracker Barrel and I got it real quick, wrapped it up. It's awesome.
We listened to the whole CD.
You listen to the whole thing?
Yeah.
You didn't skip no songs or
Nope.
nothing?
We
No,
listened to the
I
whole
listened to it
thing.
a couple times.
So to leave off for my final thing is Iron Maiden
Uh-oh.
has set up jewelry.
Jewelry.
Yes, made from their actual strings and other shit from their instruments.
That's
So
awesome.
you can now buy jewelry made from Iron Maiden's guitar strings, and it's for a brilliant cause.
Oh,
And
yeah,
it's-
what's the cost?
It's for, and it's all the stuff that they played on tour, like the actual strings
Yeah,
they used.
yeah.
100% of the profits from each item will go to the Heavy Metal Truants, the charity cycling club set up by Iron Maiden's manager, Rod Smallwood.
Huh, Smallwood?
Yes.
I sure shit would change my name.
Rep. I would
Yeah.
change it to large.
Large
tree.
wood.
There are 10 items in the collection, with most of them being a sterling 925 silver ring made with strings, played during Maiden's
You know, I might buy
record-breaking Legacy of the Beast.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Yeah, I like. Well, you can also do Obituary Drummers cat rescue too. Donate to that too while you're at it.
Okay. Thank you.
The cheapest item is 90 pounds.
90 pounds, so it's about $102 or 100. No,
It's
wait,
$1.30.
they're $1.32 or
$1.33.
So,
no.
okay.
I
Per
thought
1
it
pound.
was lower now.
It might be.
Like I will fucking find out right now what the.
So you're looking at $130.
Yeah, and it's for a necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I get the ring.
$1.24.
$1.24. So yeah. So it's about
I get
$115.
$1.24. I mean, I get the ring, whatever the ring is.
The ring's 199
I'm worth
pounds. Pounds.
I'm worth it, right?
You're looking at what?
If you think so.
You're looking at what? $240-ish.
That's a half a set of rockers I can buy for a car.
$246.54.
There you go.
$250
What
is
about
a
the bracelet?
nice set of
There's a
rockers for a
bracelet.
car.
It's
The-
nice.
Or
Well,
half a
there's
set
a
of
necklace that's 90 pounds.
My $500
cheap
set
on
of
your
rockers
mom,
is fucking.
Other items in the range include a distortion bracelet, which uses twisted bass strings played by Steve Harris's leather cord spacer heads, and an Eddie skull, 175 pounds.
That's it? 175 pounds?
The riff guitar strings bracelet is 160. The riff bass string bracelet is 150. The reverb bracelet, which features twisted bass strings and an Eddie skull, is 160. And the
No,
Melody
that's
That's worth
Melody
it.
Sterling
not-
silver earrings is 100 pounds.
Oh.
Yeah, the prices aren't out of control.
No,
It's-
they're
not.
not.
Yeah.
And it goes to help a charity. I'm good. See you guys.
Oh shit, they have fucking pictures.
Oh.
Yeah, well, too
I
bad
know,
you
I
can't
see.
put the pictures on.
That's
I
on
got a
my phone.
picture of
No,
the,
I'm
the
saying.
bracelet.
our
I know.
fucking, You know.
Yeah.
I know I haven't done my job.
No, we're gonna figure that out. I've said that for 6 months now. We're gonna figure it out. We will figure it out eventually.
The heavy metal truants also want your help for to make their 2023 their biggest and most successful year ever. The total money raised by headbanger philanthropists across the past decade is a staggering 1.2 million pounds.
Wow.
We've got the Iron Maiden guitar string roach clip for your pot smokers. Those are the people who will be buying. They were so offended when he's like, "Hey, fucking, you mind walking the fuck out and smoking that shit instead of like right there in front of his fucking shit?"
Well, that's the thing is that they were in a closed venue. What was it, the Honda Center or some shit?
No, here's
Yeah,
the
Honda
thing.
Center.
Here's
You
the
can't
thing.
smoke in there.
No, here's the thing. You can get just as high off of gummy bears and edibles.
Actually, more if you're not careful.
And especially if you're willing to spend a little time and effort in it.
You gotta be
There's
a
no
fucking
need
prick.
to smoke that shit anymore.
No.
You got to be a prick to smell like that.
You do.
know.
But
That's
the
that
thing.
stank is just awful.
It's
I
awful.
mean, and
It smells like shit.
I smoked pounds of weed when I was younger, and I was just a dickhead back then too. There's
But-
no reason to be like that.
Well,
Yeah,
I just
then-
love it when fucking people get upset when they get pulled over. Well, why are you pulling me over? You like fucking walk by. You're like, dude, I can smell you 4 fucking blocks away.
Right.
You dumb motherfucker.
But
Or-
and that's the thing. You're doing that at a concert where a singer's breathing that in. That's
Right.
gonna fuck up his voice.
Yeah.
Guitarists and the drummers trying to focus.
yeah.
That's gonna wig up their focus big time.
Well, anyway. With that being said, it's been a genuinely interesting show. We did a lot of politics.
Holy shit! Sorry, the heavy metal truants.
Yeah.
It's a 150-mile bike ride.
Now, what are they raising money? Are they raising money just for bicycles, or what does
No,
that money go to?
I think we now begin our 11th year. The heavy metal truants go to 11. At a 150-mile bike ride, supporters can join virtual challenges. Yeah, it doesn't really. You know what? I'll search them up real quick.
When I was a Boy Scout, no, nobody fingered me. I'm too ugly for that.
I would have figured you.
Well, but yeah, We had requirements for get certain badges. I think the bicycle badge was like 30 fucking mile ride.
35.
35 mile. And we did that. I did that like a number of times.
Yeah.
So you get that 150-mile bike ride, you get that done in a few days.
Yeah.
Hell, on some of these bicycles that they have, if you're a real avid cyclist, you get that motherfucker done in 2 days.
Yeah.
Some of these guys get up and going, man. 45 fucking miles an hour, or 40 miles an hour.
For vulnerable children.
But they also have fucking legs like trees.
For vulnerable children.
What's vulnerable children? Keep them away from Ace Frehley and
Keep them away from the Boy Scouts.
keep them away from kids.
Since 2013, the heavy metal truants have been breaking a sweat to raising fund for children's charities in the name of heavy metal. So it looks like. Sorry, I'm trying to. It kind of looks like they're doing. I don't know if it's an abuse situation or anything like that, but they say vulnerable children.
So they do multiple.
Yeah,
multiple different. So they collect all the money and then they give it to different places.
It's a bunch of different charities.
Nordhoff Robbins is Enhancing Lives through Music Therapy.
Yeah.
Childline is one.
Oh, there you go.
Teenage Cancer Trusts.
Yep.
Save the Children. So they got several regular ones that they just make sure they give enough money to. So like the Save the Children one, they got 82,000 antibiotic doses to combat pneumonia.
Nice.
Face 34,400 face masks for medical staff in high risk areas. Teenage Cancer, 147,000 young persons guide to cancer pamphlets delivered. 62,000 connections with youth support coordinators for young people with cancer. So it sounds like they're diversifying it quite a bit. So they're just using their platform to get the money and then they're giving it to people.
And help as many people
that have affected them. So I'm sure they did some pretty heavy vetting on the people that were going to give money to.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They're usually Iron Maiden's usually pretty careful about who they.
Yeah, they don't want to be associated with fucking scandalous shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of bands don't, but some bands don't give a fuck. They just want to get their fucking name out.
Yeah.
Whatever. Some people just don't give
Well,
a fuck.
and then some people don't want to necessarily, but it's not like they do a lot to stop it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind kind of thing.
Right. So, is that all the news we got for today?
That's all I got.
That's all I got. That's all, I'm just
That's
hanging
all
out
I
with you.
got.
So, that being said, I'm Pete. This is Swift Jesus.
Yep.
And this is Mike, our guest. He's in every once in a while. So, you have a good night, motherfuckers.